Mike, just how drastic was the difference in fight? You know, we sat here on Saturday and talked about that Texas A&M game, but just the way your team responded to that game, how they played throughout this one.
I couldn't agree more. That was the message to our guys. We just won a game against a really talented, well-coached team, a team that's going to play postseason, I would imagine, right? I don't have their numbers or their record in front of me, but a really good team. Quality SEC win after going 4 of 21 from 3. I mean, you can win games like that. We haven't won a lot of games like that, especially against the Power 5 teams, our high major opponents. To win it in that fashion is a really good teaching moment, you know, for our guys and for this program moving forward. Last time we got a chance to play in front of our fans here at the Steg, it's been a great environment all year. I'm really happy we're able to thank, you know, obviously we weren't packed tonight, but the fans that came, that continue to support these young men. Really happy for our 3 seniors, RJ Sunohara, Russell Chua, who's played as well as he's played all season, Noah Thomason, who played really well again, and all 3 of those guys made it a point to want to thank our fans right when the game was over. Their idea, great stuff. It was a big win for us. And to moving forward to be a real player in this league, you've got to grow your toughness, you've got to grow your culture to be able to win more games like this. It was a good step for us, especially bouncing back after the opposite end of the spectrum the other day.
Dylan makes his first career start tonight. Just what have the last few weeks been like to lead up to that, and what did you see from him as he almost got a double-double?
He came to Georgia as a high basketball IQ, skilled, step-out, shooting post player. And he's developed his toughness, his motor. He's playing more athletically. He's learned how to play harder. You know, he's adjusted to this level. It's taken a little time, as it does for every freshman in this league, especially this league. And he's playing his best basketball at the end of his freshman year. Another example, we go 4-21 as a team. He and Blue Kane, as 2 freshmen, both go 0 for 3 and 0 for 3, but played as hard as they've played all season. And again, you can play quality minutes, you can play winning minutes, you can help add to a winning culture without having to make shots. I like to make shots. I like to make a bunch of them, you know. And then you can be you know, a bunch of people. But I'm proud of those guys' effort.
Just about everything that you had to do wrong for them to have a chance at the end happened. Can you just talk about the stretch? You know,
yeah.
Russell's flagrant, I guess it was at the end.
Yeah, we had fouls to give, and we were actually trying to foul.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too aggressive. You know, we were aggressive up there on the sideline with Justin Hill and RJ Melendez, and then almost came up with a turnover, and Russell found himself in a tough situation. And but his aggressiveness, as I just told Chuck and those guys, for the other 39 minutes was positive for the most part.
Did you guys discover something with Jabri on Sunday, or was it a practice injury that he had?
No, it happened in the last game. Yeah, so he hasn't done anything since. Lower leg, ankle. He's a guy that's always going to be engaged, though. You know, he's engaged in practice and engaged this morning. Hopefully he gets back here pretty soon.
In scouting for this game, did you guys see an opportunity working the paint? And either way, just what did you see about how successful you guys were able to do score around the rim?
They've got 2 elite rim protectors that are very tough to score on, whether it's your 5 or your 1, right, and anyone in between. And so our approach to attacking their defense was a little bit different when those guys were in the game as opposed to when they play small ball. When they play small ball, they're as difficult to guard as anyone in our league. You know, with Brakefield at the 5, but obviously when he's at the 5, as hard as he is to defend on the other end. Offensively, we wanted to get some paint touches, and Russell obviously took advantage and played really well.
You know, looking over a little bit bigger picture, focusing out, if you look at the top teams in this league, it all took their programs a while to get going. Is this fit anywhere in the, I needed to see this at this stage in terms of getting this rebuild where you want it?
This time of year, really for the most part in the middle of the season, I'm locked in on trying to beat Ole Miss. I'm locked in on an off day tomorrow where we'll watch a ton of Auburn film and figure out how we can keep that thing competitive for a while, against a team that's got a chance to make a really big run, finish as strong as we possibly can. But we're building it. There's no doubt in my mind that we're going to get it done, that we're going to be even better next year. We're better than we were a year ago. No doubt in my mind we'll take another jump next year. I'm not putting a time frame on anything, just trying to win each day, do the best we can in player development and recruiting and scouting, and operating at a high level. I thought our program had a good day today.
With Jabri, is it a sprain situation where he's like day to day, or is with how little time's left, could this be something that ends the season?
I don't know. I'm anticipating him coming back. I guess I can say that. Is that okay for me to say, Mike?
Sure.
It's always touchy with injuries, right? I want to protect his confidentiality, but no, he just wasn't. He wasn't cleared today. He could be cleared on Thursday. He could be. Who knows?
I don't know if you've had a technical before at Georgia. Maybe you have, but I don't know.
I don't think I have. Been on really good behavior.
You had to work hard for it. Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Were you raising your intensity level like the team, or what?
I don't know. I just. Who knows, man? Who knows? Just it's a big game for they're all big for us, and I'm not necessarily proud of any of that stuff. I like our officials. I do. They're good people, and I like to have regular conversation with them. And I'm sure my Irish skin turned a little red, so I should be embarrassed by my behavior.
Get back to Dylan just a second. The energy that he brought when he was in the game.
He was awesome.
That aspect of it, just how impressive was that for you to see tonight?
I mean, just to have a guy that was playing above the rim, blocking shots, altering shots, getting extra possessions, finishing with dunks. He fit in. He looked like a potential good SEC player, which is the guy that we recruited, and it's just nice to see. It's one of the most rewarding things in coaching is watching guys develop right before your eyes. And Dylan's I went and got on the treadmill. There's a treadmill in the practice gym over there about a couple hours before the game for a few minutes. I needed to get on it for a couple hours. But when I walk in the gym, he's in there shooting on his own. I mean, we had shoot around this morning, He's a guy that's just like Jabri. He's always in the gym. And he's a guy, too, that in time will be able to stretch it with his stroke to complement the other things that he did tonight. He's a talented guy. Blue and him played really, really hard tonight. And Silas continues to affect the game with winning plays, without necessarily needing to take a ton of shots. Silas takes what the defense gives him. He's a winner. He had 4 points, and I thought he really affected the game.
Going back to just the last few days since A&M and talking about the fight, just what response did you see during practice? How did this team prepare getting ready for this game tonight?
It was good. It was, again, not surprising. I've said it all year. I know you guys are sick of hearing it. Had a really sharp shoot around. Had a really good practice yesterday. The day before was more of a walkthrough, more mental, resting, get your legs back under you, get with our training staff. And yesterday we got after it. We didn't go 90 minutes this time of year, right? We went short, but our guys went hard. They competed. And I would have been really surprised if we didn't play very hard tonight, and we did. Now, whether or not we finished, how we responded to in-game adversity, with 10 minutes left, if we gave up a 7-point lead, the look on our face, our body language, those things were up in the air, but we were better. I thought our defensive intensity, again, never wavered, even through Juju Murray's tough contested jumpers and floaters in the paint. He made some timely shots and kept game pressure on us. Meanwhile, we're missing some shots, but we stayed the course outside of a couple possessions defensively that I wish we could have back where we're a little disconnected, and they're driving it, right up our backs and drawing fouls. Pretty sharp defensively. For this late in the year, for a team that's not projected as a 5 seed in the NCAA tournament, really proud of our approach tonight.
Stegman's obviously been a place that's been pretty good to y'all this season. You talked about going and thanking the fans, but how much of an emphasis was it to walk out of here as winners for the last time this year?
It was big. It was big, and it more so a little bit of emphasis on, hey, you got a chance to get to 16 wins. We got a chance of momentum. We talk about all those things. Finish your last home game, but more importantly, just playing well, getting a little bit better, continuing to build. And then afterwards, you look back and say, my gosh, what a great way to finish your home stand. And obviously, we wish we had a chance to win another couple here at home, especially in a couple of those environments that were off the charts. But spring break and late in the year, I thought we had a pretty good crowd. And the people that were here were a part of it, and they were a factor. And we're all appreciative as a staff, and as I know my players are too.
Any questions for Mike?
Thanks, guys.